by the host and guest on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
Let's get ready to rumble! Y'all ready for this?
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Coffee Time with Blind United. Hopefully we got everything fixed, and we are back live again today. I am joined today with Brittany and my brother Pedro. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday.
Yeah, happy Thirsty Thursday, guys. Thirsty Thursday. So if you're thirsty, get some water, get some drink. But if you're tuning into coffee time, get some coffee.
That's
what I'm
right.
talking about.
So, again, we apologize for yesterday. We definitely had some technical difficulties. I don't know what happened, but we do apologize. So, but we are back today, and we have a interest group later on this evening. We have a
Let's talk sign language with Jesus Bautista.
yeah. Let's focus. What, Spanglish or Spanish?
Chinese. I don't know. Something.
Un poquito de español para que entiendan. Like at least, hola, ¿cómo estás? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, we're gonna learn well, as he calls it, conversational Spanish. So, but anyway, no, it's a really good group. So come in, join us tonight at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, or as Brittany says, PlayStation time tonight, and that'll be 6:30 Mountain time, where Mr. Bautista resides. So anyway, you guys come in, hang out with us, and pick up a few different phrases and start building on your Spanish vocabulary.
I heard a lot of people are like in his class. A lot of people tune in. A lot of people are practicing his class. You know, I
Well,
better have
plus
it.
also, I'm getting his class stuff up on audio.com as soon as it's done. So therefore, people are actually able to go over there and download the recordings and stuff, and have that way they got it on their computer where they can continue to practice in between classes. So yeah, so again, you can check out anything that we got recorded over there on audio.com/Blind United, and we got a lot of Pedro stuff over there. We got some of my stuff over there. We definitely got Mr. Bautista stuff over there. Matter of fact, we've actually got quite a few episodes of Coffee Time in there. So if you're sitting around just looking for something to do and want to check out maybe a Coffee Time episode that you might have missed, or one of the other groups, again, that's audio.com/Blind United, or you can click on the link right from our reminder. So that'll take you right straight to our stuff. So appreciate that. Again, sorry for the other thing where Meta has changed it up and we can't go live in a group anymore. So we are live on the page, although I did share the link within the group. It would probably be more to your advantage to either go over to the group, to the page, and follow us over there so you can get notifications, or you can just run on over to YouTube. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff over there for us. Hit that notification bell, and check us out on YouTube as well. So, with all that being said, we're gonna move on with today's live stream.
All right. We got an article, guys, and this is an update for the new update of Disney's policy regarding disability. So let's take a listen.
Woman with eye disorder no longer feels welcomed at Disney after disability guidelines change exclusive. On April 9th, Disney updated their policies for guests using their Disability Access Services, or DAS Pass, sparking mixed reactions from park goers. The first time Natasha Caudle visited Disney World in 2022, she didn't realize she could apply for Disability Access Services, DS. Caudle, a 26-year-old content creator and accessibility advocate, was born with a rare eye disorder called achromatopsia. According to the Cleveland Clinic, this condition limits people's ability to see color vision and also causes other vision issues, such as rapid eye movements. My eyes are extremely sensitive to all light, both inside and outside. This makes being outside in sunlight painful, even when I'm wearing sunglasses, Caudle, who resides in Chicago, tells People exclusively in an interview. During her first Disney trip, Caudle endured the discomfort. I also attended extra magic hours at nighttime so that I was able to see without pain, she recalls. Since that first visit, Caudle has returned to the park 3 more times. For each subsequent trip, she obtained a DS pass. This pass allowed her to schedule rides in advance and then wait for them comfortably indoors, in the stores, or at restaurants in the parks. On April 9th, Disney updated their policies for guests with disabilities. These changes take effect on May 20th at Walt Disney World and June 18th at Disneyland. According to Disney's website, DS passes will now only be available to guests who, due to a developmental disability like autism or similar, are unable to wait in a conventional queue for an extended period of time. Along with these changes, Disney is also adding more options for guests needing support navigating attraction queues. Disneyland officials told People, Disney is dedicated to providing a great experience for all guests, including those with disabilities, which is why we are so committed to delivering a wide range of innovative support services aimed at helping our guests with disabilities have a wonderful time when visiting our theme parks. The new guidelines mean people with other disabilities' eligibility for DES will be determined on a case-by-case basis by Disney's accessibility team. Caudle says she has not yet taken this step. I feel like it's still a little unclear why Disney changed the DS pass, Caudle says. People are speculating that too many people are lying to use the service, she adds. I wish Disney was more upfront about the change. Disney World offers such a welcoming atmosphere, but as a disabled person, I just don't feel as welcome now, she continues. Over the last couple of years, Caudle has used her social media platform to educate people who are unfamiliar with DS, like she once was, about it. When she found out about the new guidelines, she knew she wanted to make a TikTok about it. Her video has since gone viral, garnering over 500,000 views. I've received hundreds of comments from people who are also no longer eligible for the DS pass, she says. I've also received hundreds of comments about how I ruined DS by sharing it online, that I'm faking my disability, and that I don't deserve to use DS in the first place. The bullying on my video has gotten so bad that I stopped reading comments, but I am glad that I've been able to connect with some of the people who also used DS in the past. Disney was an accessible option for so many people, and I really hope someone at Disney sees not just my video, but all the content that's been going around about the DS pass, she adds. I love Disney, but I care deeply about accessibility and the disability community, so if I have to call them out, I will. Hopefully, it can inspire positive change for the system, she concludes. While Caudle says these changes won't stop her from going to Disney, she says she will probably spend less time in the parks and go on fewer rides. I can endure the sun if I have to, since I've done it all my life, but there are a lot of people who plan their entire Disney trips around this accessibility, and now it's gone, she says. Now back to the coffee time crew.
Yeah, it's really sad the way Disney just keep playing with this thing. I mean, although we did know this was coming, I mean, again, number one, I say they can fix it just by creating that app. Like I said, let everybody just go on the app and create the itinerary of the rides they want to get on and go that way. But something in this article right here really alarms me, and that's the disabled services, I guess, are going to evaluate people on a case by case basis. What kind of training does that person have? Well, I mean, how well do they understand the various disabilities and the needs of that person? You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Hmm.
I don't know. That just scares me right there. Because I mean, just from us being in the community, we know that there's a whole lot of people out there that are just not aware about the various disabilities and the differences between our disabilities and the needs of our individual disabilities. So again, that's why that scares me.
Yeah, you're correct on that, Ed, because even within our own community, even visually impaired people do not know all the way still. Even in some cases, some workers, and stuff like that, there are in our community sometimes do not understand all the way still. So how, like, what training does this person have? What tools does this person's gonna use, and how can he verify? Is one of the things we should ask. Disney should try to work with the community, something. They say they're good at that, so let's see how great they are at that. This is the time they can work with the community and actually show that they want to work with the community, and they can say we stand for accessibility.
I mean, well, they certainly can't claim that they stand for accessibility right now. I mean, not with pulling this move right here. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've heard certain people make the statement that they had meetings with Disney right around the time we were at CSUN, and they were discussing this very issue. And I mean, I don't know. We get into that thing where we're talking about this one voice. Who are you listening to? To even lead you to make this type of decision. You know, maybe the person you were listening to doesn't have a problem. Maybe they can. They're using some other tools like Ira or whatever.
That's if we
To
assuming this person is completely blind or low partial. This person might be a hard partial person. It's like, well, I can stand in line. I don't need it. Yeah,
well,
they might not need it.
the person that made the statement that they were going to have that conversation, they are
Hmm.
total. I'm not going to put their name out here. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay, okay.
But
Yes,
again,
yes, I understand.
they are total. And I just, some folks are better at mobility than others. Some folks can afford to have IRA and all that kind of stuff, to assist them in doing all this stuff, but not everybody can. I mean, even in, myself, I'm okay. Yeah, I am total. Okay, I am elderly now, but at the same time, yeah, I can stand in line. The problem with me standing in line is if I'm not with my people, I don't know when the line moves. So
Hmm.
I mean that's part of our issue. Number one, finding the line. Where do we find the end of the line to get in line? And then again, once we get in line, how do we keep up with the line if we're not with somebody to assist us? Which I understand that's part of the problem. We got our sighted family members or friends or whatever that go with us. They most of the time they go with us not only because they're our friends, they when we want to hang out and go to Disney together, but they also there to assist us. So I
Hmm.
mean, it's only right. I mean, yeah, I can see limiting the group size. You
Yeah, because
know,
I do have a friend, and she has one of them passes, and on her days when she can, I think she goes every week or more. She says they're good at the before they were good at the at the helping out if you were blind. So I'm gonna ask her and see what she thinks about this. Let's see if she has heard about this. Because she's one of them Disney. You know, she likes uh, and, uh, going and check out everything they got, all the crevices, all the everything. You know what I mean? But
Right. And we've used it. Remember, Britt? Didn't we use it when we were at Disney World?
Yeah,
Back
we
when-
did. We did. We totally did. And it was helpful. It was
It,
very
it was
helpful.
really, but again, we had a large group of blind folks with us as well. But we also had, like my family members that lived down there, right? So they were kind of like our us, and they limited the groups then. I think there was only the disabled person and three others on one pass. So there were like four people on one pass. And bottom line, I can't remember. I know we was all in one van, so we had maybe three passes at the most. But the majority of us were all, visually impaired, blind anyway. So, but I mean,
yeah,
it worked out really, really good. We just go in, let them know we got a group, whatever. They'd get a number, give us a number, a time to come back, and then we'd go, shopping for souvenirs or whatever the case may be until that time came up. And then we go back and get on the ride. Plus, the way they had it set up, you could not get in line on this ride and then while you're waiting, go get in line on another ride. You had to complete that ride before you can get in line in another ride.
mm,
And so, I mean, again, it just speaks to the same thing what I'm saying, man. Create that app. Create that
yeah,
app. That way you can book it that way. You know what I'm saying?
And then
You
make
create
sure
that
the app's
itinerary.
accessible.
Well,
yes,
of course.
yes. They
But
could work with me on that part. I could tell them like, we don't need a map. We need a list, and by yards and feet and stuff. They would tell because that's the way I use my maps. They have you could have a show like a map, or you could make it into a list, and all the little locations come as a list. And I prefer it like that. It's hard to navigate
but
a
see,
map
with an
sometimes.
app, you take away the advantage that they're so-called giving to the disabled community, and you're putting everybody back on a level playing field.
Mm,
You,
mhm.
you, you understand what I'm saying? If everybody's creating their itinerary for their day at the park within that app, then everybody's on the same playing field. Whoever says I mean, again, it's just the app levels the playing field. I believe so.
It's, they say it's the happiest place on earth, and I say it's the most stressful place on earth.
It
Most
definitely can be.
expensive places on earth.
Well,
Yes, yes.
that
The
has never
happiest place
changed.
are expensive.
It's always been one of the most expensive places on earth.
Mhm, mhm.
So, but again, Disney needs to really, really, really think about what it is they're doing. I mean, a lot of folks like coming to Disney. I know a lot of people buy season passes and stuff like that.
Mm.
Especially from within our community, and you're going to lose a lot of that if you take away this pass as well. That other disabled services pass, because why would I go pay, $2, $3, $4, $500, whatever the case may be? I don't even know what a
It's
season
a
pass.
thousand.
Okay, $1,000 for a
No,
season pass.
2,000.
Wow. So why would I spend $2,000 if if as a disabled person, if you know, I'm not getting no extra help, while I'm there. I think
Mhm.
they're gonna lose a lot of that money. So
Well,
maybe
let's see what
Time Warner
happens.
don't worry about it. Time Warner, Disney, maybe they don't care. They got that much money. We'll
Oh,
see.
they're combined or what?
Well, Time Warner owns Disney,
Oh,
or
snap.
Disney owns Time Warner.
I think it's that way.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Um, well, on that note, that was just an update. We're gonna be bringing you this Disney updates periodically when I come across them,
I'm
guys.
pretty sure we're gonna have a few more of those.
And that note, we're cutting to a quick break, guys.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United.
You are cordially invited to Blind United's Color Party fundraiser on May 25th, 2024. Time 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Cost $15 per person. In advance. Deadline is May 6th, 2024. For more information, email at info@blindunited.com. Include in the subject line Color Party flyer. Now back to coffee time. You are cordially invited to Blind United's scholarship ceremony. Please join us in awarding 2 scholarship recipients in honor of Les Suletnik. Date: Sunday, May 19th, 2024. Held at Rodrigo's Mexican Restaurant, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. and Omni Access service goes there. Cost per person $37 in advance, which includes your meal, tax and gratuity. Deadline to turn in money, your meal selection, and beverage will be Tuesday, May 7th, 2024. You can contact Cheryl Thurston at cthurston74@gmail.com. We will see you there. Now back to the show.
All right. And in the comments, Roy said, "Good morning, what's up, and let's do this." And George said that he has many voices in his head, so I guess he's working with more than just one voice. So that's what we got.
George, we call that multiple personalities.
Just you and all your special friends hanging out, one or the other.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Roy.
Yeah. So, again, we've got this other stuff coming up. Again, the banquet. Just want to make sure that everybody truly understands that $37, not one thin dime, one red cent comes to Blind United. That money is all going to the restaurant. That covers your meal, your beverage, and your tip and all that stuff. So that is not a fundraiser. We'll actually be giving money away while we're there, not collecting any money. So it's in honor of Les Subotnick. Again, he is a great man in the community that we lost, and we're just trying to honor him in the best way we can. And I don't want anybody to tarnish his name in any way, thinking that we're using his name to take advantage of folks within our community, because that is definitely not what we're doing. So, but if you know Les, or you like to know more about Les, come on, hang out with us and have a burrito, a taco, a tostada, something, and an enchilada, whatever the case may be, and hear some good stories about Les. So, and then of course later on that month we have our color party coming up. So that should be a lot of fun. I think we're going to do quite a few different things up there. That is a fundraiser, although the little nominal fee we're charging to come in, $15. I mean, you can't beat getting a meal and all that other kind of stuff for $15. I mean, you can't even hardly go to McDonald's and feed yourself for $15 in today's world. So, so if you think we're taking advantage on that one, I apologize. So, but we're definitely not trying to do that. We're just trying to go out and have some fun, and bring our community together and do some different stuff. So come on out and check us out with that one. That one is on May 25th, and that's going to be in Santa Fe Springs. So if you want more information about that, you can contact either info@blindunited.org or Cheryl Thurston at cthurston74@gmail.com. And we'll make sure you get all the information you need for that. So, ready for the next one, my brother?
And Tina commented that we all love Les, and we do. So, yeah.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
U.S. finally breaks ground on its first ever high-speed rail. Builders have officially broken ground on a new $12 billion train that could zoom travelers between Las Vegas and Los Angeles in just under 2 hours by the end of the decade. The new train, which is considered the first high-speed rail in the United States, could cut down commute time for travelers and reduce greenhouse gas emissions that would otherwise be emitted from cars and planes. Brightline, the firm responsible for the project, received $3 billion in support from the federal government as part of the 2021 bipartisan infrastructure law. Department of Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, who was one of several Biden administration officials on site for a groundbreaking ceremony Monday, described the moment as a major milestone in building the future of American rail. The ceremony symbolically took place on Earth Day. Partnering with state leaders and Brightline West, we're writing a new chapter in our country's transportation story that includes thousands of union jobs, new connections to better economic opportunity, less congestion on the roads, and less pollution in the air, Buttigieg said in a statement. Secretary Pete Buttigieg verified account. On behalf of the Biden administration, it was my great honor to help break ground on what's expected to be the first operating high-speed rail line in American history. This day is a major milestone in building the future of American rail and the jobs that come with it. Today, we celebrate the groundbreaking of the Brightline West high-speed rail project, connecting Las Vegas to Southern California. Brightline expects its trains will depart every 40 minutes from a station outside of the Vegas Strip and another one in the LA suburb of Rancho Cucamonga. When it's completed, the train will travel at 186 miles per hour, making it the fastest train in the U.S. and comparable to Japan's famous bullet trains. For context, Brightline's most recently completed train connecting parts of Florida is estimated to top out around 130 miles per hour. Both of those still fall far short of the speed achieved by the world's fastest commuter train in Shanghai, which can reportedly reach a speed of 286 miles per hour. Still, the new train could complete the 218-mile trip between Sin City and a suburb of the City of Angels in just 2 hours and 10 minutes. That same trip would take about 4 hours by car, and that's without substantial traffic. Once built, the trains will reportedly include onboard Wi-Fi, restrooms, and food and drinks available for purchase. Brightline hasn't provided an exact price for how much an individual train ticket will cost, but has instead said they expect it to be roughly equivalent to the price of an airline flight. Brightline reportedly believes the train could attract 11 million one-way passengers annually once it's up and running. Today is long overdue, but the blueprint we've created with Brightline will allow us to repeat this model in other city pairs around the country, Brightline founder Wes Edens said in a statement. The U.S. Department of Transportation estimates the new train could cut back 400,000 tons of carbon dioxide per year and create 35,000 new jobs. It could also help foster new, much-needed competition. Amtrak, the nation's primary long-distance rail provider, has long held a monopoly over long-distance rail in the U.S., but many areas still remain unserved. Prior to this project, Las Vegas, for example, did not have Amtrak service. Brightline is looking to build out more trains in the coming decade, with a focus on connecting areas that commuters find too close to fly and too far to comfortably drive. American high-speed rail is having a moment, finally. U.S. infrastructure policy has long favored automobiles over long-distance rail and mass transit, much to the consternation of climate activists who argue an over-reliance on gas-burning cars is contributing to worsening climate change. But there are signs the country's attitude toward rails is beginning to change. Brightline, the same company attempting to link Las Vegas and LA, recently completed a first-of-its-kind train linking Miami, Aventura, Fort Lauderdale, Boca Raton, and West Palm Beach in Florida. Brightline reportedly claims its Florida train had 258,307 passengers in March. Elsewhere, other new high-speed train routes are being considered in Texas, the Pacific Northwest, and other parts of California. Those efforts, if they materialize, will be made possible in part by billions of dollars worth of grants set aside for rail as part of the infrastructure law. Still, receiving funds and beginning projects are only the beginning of the battle. Rising costs and routing disputes can delay and complicate and delay actual development. One proposed rail line running roughly 300 miles between San Francisco and LA was first approved by voters in 2008 and has still yet to materialize. As of today, nearly 2 decades later, less than a quarter of that rail line has been completed. Brightline is hoping it can avoid those complications with its new high-speed rail. If it does, commuters could expect to make the trip between Sin City and Hollywood by 2028. Now back to the Coffee Time crew.
Well, I think that's definitely something we need, and I hope they don't run into the same issues that train up north is running into. My understanding, I've been following that one a little bit, and that one has a lot to do with environmental impact stuff. I guess there's a lot of stuff out in the middle of the desert that is supposedly in danger of becoming extinct if we let the train go through there or something. I don't know. It's just all these crazy studies. But like you say, here we are almost 20 years later, and there's only a quarter of that train done. So I hope this other one has a lot better success.
I hope it doesn't mess up the 15 freeway more than the 15 freeway is already messed up.
Well, I mean, and even on that note, Britt, I mean, that train is not going to go up and down Cajon. So it's
from what I was watching on the news the other day, it's going to go like through the freeway, kind of like the metro trains in LA.
Okay, but
yeah,
I get you. But when it gets ready to come down that Cajon Pass, they're even today, right now. I mean, we have freight trains that go up and down the Cajon Pass, and for those that may not be in California, may not understand, that's actually where you're basically climbing right straight up a mountain, going from the low desert to the high desert here in Southern California. And right now, only freight trains go up and down that hill, and they literally hook up another set of, I don't know, 3-4 different engines, whether it's, on the back side of it or on the front side of it. Either way, when they're, it's going to need more help to push it up the hill, and it needs more help to brake when it's coming down the hill. I mean, it's only been, maybe 10, 15 years, I think it was, when a train came down that hill and got loose. The brakes were bad. They did, poor maintenance or whatever. And it tore up a whole lot of stuff right here by my house here in Muscoy. So, but again, they're going to have to go around the mountains. You understand what I'm saying? And come in like through Palm Springs area.
Okay.
So they're going to have to swing, somewhere before they get to state line and start going around. And like I said, come around the backside of Big Bear and Arrowhead and all that stuff where they got more level land. And that would probably, to me, explains why, even though they're calling it a suburb of Los Angeles, folks, Rancho Cucamonga is in the county of San Bernardino. I wouldn't call it a suburb of LA, but they can do what they want to do with it. But
well, I think most people that don't live out here, they're not going to understand, so they're just going to call it that to simplify things, probably.
Yeah, I get it, but we've also got a train that runs straight out of LA into Rancho, so they're probably just looking at that as the best connection point, for folks coming in. So.
Well, that's what the news said. It was like saying, from Los Angeles, you would take the Metrolink from Union Station, get off in Rancho, and then transfer to that other train.
Yeah. Well, of course, that's what you're pretty much going to have to do. But again, I'd love to be able to get on that train. I mean, 2 hours. Hell, that reminds me back in the day when I was riding my motorcycles to get back and forth to Vegas. 2 hours is about how long it used to take us, So,
but the train is expensive. Like, okay, from what I've seen, it's going to cost damn near as much as a damn plane ticket. You might as well fly.
Yeah, and the cheapest, like almost the cheapest plane ticket is $80 to $90, both going and coming. So that's what, 180. That's on the low end. So it could be up to 200 and something each, like for a
Yeah,
round
yeah.
trip.
And if it fluctuates like like plane tickets do as well, I mean, because there are times you can get like through the middle of the week or whatever, you can fly in and out of Vegas for like $50,
Yeah, I was looking for
each
those.
way, you know. But
Yeah.
again, you got to catch those sales. You got to catch them at the right time,
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
I don't know. I just think that it was going to cause maybe a price war, if you will. Well, okay, which one's going to be cheaper, the train or the plane? You know,
Could. That's I didn't thought of that point. You might be right on that point, Ed, right
Yeah, and it's
there.
good to give people options, so maybe.
you know.
But I know those Bright Line trains in Florida, I've heard they're pretty pricey too to get on and, whatever.
And you would think with the money they're getting from the taxpayers, these because that's where the money's coming from. Let's be real, that they will be slightly cheaper. They're gonna be selling drinks. You know what I mean too. So they're gonna be making money. They're gonna be
Right.
making
I
money.
mean, again, coming out of Vegas to the Rancho, they say 2 hours. I mean, that's time to sit down and have lunch or dinner or, a few
Yeah.
cocktails, whatever the
Mhm,
case may be. That's 2 hours. There's plenty of time to chill and spend a couple $100 on whatever on the train.
mhm.
So I mean, they're going to make plenty of money on it. It's just, you know, I mean, I don't know. Again, like you say, it's all being subsidized by the government, by the taxpayers, essentially. But on the flip side of it, we still got to pay these inflated prices for tickets. I don't know. I guess that's the American way.
Let's see
And
what
folks,
happens.
that right there is the reason we put the disclaimer at the beginning right now, because I mean that's my opinion. That's definitely not the opinion of Blind United. So we just need to put that out there. So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
all have our opinions and we're all diverse. But the beauty of it is here we can respect each other's opinions about different things and not turn it into a big old war. You know what I'm saying? So we're just trying to be diverse.
Yes, yes. Yeah, so yeah, what my saying is that's capitalism, baby. But let's see, let's hope that this starts a little price war between the airlines and the train and the buses, and let's see if we could, somehow, some way get some low prices. That'd be
Can I tell
cool.
you a quick nightmare we had, Pedro, on what is that Megabus? I'm throwing their name out there because they did
Hey,
Oh
I've
not
been in
come
yes,
one of
on.
yes,
those. I've been.
Megabus. Hmm.
So, for those that don't know, Megabus is somebody that's trying to slide in on Greyhound's market, and they actually have double decker buses, and so they got more seating, so they can offer cheaper pricing, right? So, anyway, we were taking a Megabus from LA to Vegas, right? Rolling in the bus. We had to go all the way to LA to get on it, right? So it's nice and cool and everything is fine. We're rolling. We get to Barstow, where he takes his little break. We all run into AM, PM, get us a little beverage or whatever. We come back out. We get back in the bus and take off, Pedro. The AC don't work no more, my brother. He cannot get that thing to come on. We can't open no windows. We're rolling across a desert with 120 degrees outside.
Mm,
Okay, in
mm,
that big old steel,
mm.
whatever you want to call it, with 100 people in there, right? Man, it was hot, Pedro. And dude, just like he didn't care. He did not care at all. He just Nah, I ain't doing that. No, I'd rather spend the
Wow.
extra money now. I'm being honest. I'd rather spend the extra money and not have to worry about it.
Yeah.
You know. because that
Yeah.
that was murder. What was it? Last 2 hours
Wow. Yeah.
getting into
Yeah.
Vegas and all that heat. Oh no, man,
Then you
I
got to
can't
deal
do.
with folks also. I had an experience some similar to that, but not the AC type. There was a couple on the bus and just started arguing and stuff. So it was a little hectic, you know.
I mean,
Yeah,
all of
yeah,
that,
folks, you know.
I mean, all of that, when you're dealing with that type of transportation, and, now you take and combine the two, you got all this heat, which is going to make people even more aggravated, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Then
mm-hmm,
I get on your nerve, and the next thing you know, we sitting there arguing, and, who knows how far they can go with the heat. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm. Then we take out our lifesavers and start battling.
So it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy. But no, I would love to see that train come through here. I would love to see that happen. A lot of people that don't like flying, that's an advantage for them, like I said, they're concentrating on areas where it's, too close to fly, but too far to drive, So it's
Yeah,
which
yeah.
Vegas is right there. I mean, when you jump on a plane from LAX to Vegas is an hour. You jump in a car from LA to Vegas, it's 4 hours. So,
They're right in the middle.
yeah.
Um, Also, we're kind of late to the high speed rail game. You know what I mean? I think this is something that we should have kind of already have, especially going across country.
I
I know we
agree.
have the Amtrak. I know we do, but that's always this is high speed rail or new technology. 2 hours in Vegas. Imagine having a couple of those lines and you just transfer a couple times and 280 miles per hour top speed. I know in some other places it goes higher and they in other countries they got high speed rail going on big time.
Well, and I think the one that they're talking about in Japan, the one that here said 280, I think it's been around for what, at least 10
Uh,
years now,
yeah, a decade already.
you
That's what I'm saying.
know.
We're late to the game.
So, I mean, I don't know why. I mean, of course, I've never been to, over there, so I don't know what the terrain is over there like, whatever. But I mean, there's a lot of flat land going across America. There's a lot of ways that you could run that,
Hmm.
high speed train. I mean, I know it's a whole nother set of tracks, but at the same time, I mean, you think about that 280 coming out of Vegas to LA.
I,
Come
I
on, man.
I
That's
think
less than
about
an
it.
hour.
Yeah, I think about it like it's the next generation. It's the 21st generation infrastructure right there that we need to already start happening and start already creating it for the 21st century. You know what I mean? Because in the beginning of the 20th century, we made the roads, the highways, and all that, and that was a big federal project. That was a federal government project there,
Right, right.
and we need to connect our states and like that. More travel happens, more tourism happens, more money going to different economies, even small economies that are in small towns.
Well, I remember when I could still drive, I used to dream that or wish that we had our own like Autobahn system here. And where I could just get out there and drop the hammer on my car and run 150, 160 miles an hour,
Mm.
that would have been a lot of fun. But now I can't drive no more. I just have to wish for the high speed rail, so I guess that's the next best
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's one of the things that could put to, high gas prices. It would have been dope running that fast, but human error, people intoxicated, people just trying to raise. There's gonna be a lot of mismanagement on that part, but it would have been dope, a fast highway. And I think we need that within maybe the freeways, those toll roads, the toll lanes
Yeah.
that you have to pay for. It's kind of funny that we're citizens and we have to pay for this. when it was most likely done with taxpayer money. They could alleviate traffic with these stuff too, instead of thinking of making money, 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 money here, money there. That's just my opinion. Because we do have a traffic congestion problem in Los Angeles. We have one of the two top freeways here that are congested, top in a list that I was reading, and some of these toll roads don't help. You have to charge, and sometimes it could be a lot. And the lower communities, the people that are on the lower income bracket, sometimes cannot afford these. They don't have no, they don't make it affordable either. So, some of these roads stay empty, and I think that's kind of like wasteful. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I mean, I know they got one that's comes off of the 91 and runs down in through Orange County into, some of the beach areas there. That's definitely a toll road there, and it's like you said, that one's one that always seems like it's always kind of empty.
Yeah, I
And
know which one you're talking about.
I think that one was actually a county project, and they basically took created some bonds or something like that to create it, and they created it with, from day one with the intention of it being a toll road and letting the toll pay off the loan, and as well as, the maintenance for that. I mean, I hate to go here, but it's basically just a highway for rich folks to be able to get home, where they got their
Basically,
beachfront homes hanging off the side of a cliff and all that other kind of stuff,
so
they
I don't know. I don't know how they want to meet their goal in that rate. You know what I mean? If like I got stuck in one of those roads, right? And I was like, "What? Where are the cars at? Where's everybody at? It's like a freeway. You know what I mean? Empty for miles, empty." And I'm like,
right.
this could alleviate traffic and stuff. You know what I mean? Roads like that, toll roads like that, and toll lanes and stuff like that could alleviate. But that's another discussion. And we gotta pay a little bit of bills, guys. I'm over here getting sidetracked.
We're good. But
So let's do this.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United.
You are cordially invited to Blind United's Color Party fundraiser on May 25th, 2024. Time 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Cost $15 per person, and advance deadline is May 6th, 2024. For more information, email at info@blindunited.com. Include in the subject line Color Party flyer. Now back to coffee time. You are cordially invited to Blind United's scholarship ceremony. Please join us in awarding 2 scholarship recipients in honor of Les Subotnick. Date: Sunday, May 19th, 2024, held at Rodrigo's Mexican Restaurant. 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. and Omni-access service goes there. Cost per person $37 in advance, which includes your meal, tax and gratuity. Deadline to turn in money, your meal selection, and beverage will be Tuesday, May 7th, 2024. You can contact Cheryl Thurston at cthurston74@gmail.com. We will see you there. Now back to the show.
All right. Brittany, you want to throw some stuff out there for Jimmy right quick before we do the last article?
Of course. Everybody donate to UCAN Give. Jimmy goes to third world countries, Africa, South America, all these different places, and he gives people that otherwise would not get a cane. Can you imagine your life without a cane? I can't. My cane has been extremely helpful. So come on, guys, if you have some old canes, some righty canes, some canes that you don't like, you don't use anymore, donate them to Jimmy. We'll refurbish them and we'll send them off to some people who really, really need them. If you're not a cane user and you just have some extra income, you can go on his website, youcanegive.org, and donate some money. And if you'd like to know more about what Jimmy's doing, you can email us at info@blindunited.org, and we'll let you know what's going on about everything if you have any questions.
Thank you, sweetie. Waiting on you, Pedro.
Oh, and Tina said informed choice. So you guys, read, and know what you're doing and vote and just stay informed, y'all.
All right.
It's always good to know what what you're talking about, what you're voting on, all of that stuff. Don't be an uninformed kind of person. So.
Mm-hmm. And I got one more last article, and this is something that is dearly to the show, dearly to me too, dearly to my better half. So Starbucks is introducing a new cup. So let's listen.
Starbucks is giving its plastic cups a makeover. The next time you order an iced coffee from Starbucks, it might not look that different, but there's been a major change. The chain announced Thursday that the plastic cups for all sizes of its cold drinks have undergone an environmentally friendly redesign that uses up to 20% less plastic compared to the current version. The redesign is the company's latest effort to reduce the environmental impacts from its cups, which have been criticized for piling up waste. The new cups were developed internally at Starbucks as part of its ongoing sustainability efforts to reduce its waste and carbon output in half by 2030. Similar to other large companies, the chain wants to cut down on its reliance on plastic because the material is mostly made from polymers created from dangerous fossil fuels. The new cups will debut at select US and Canada locations this year, with the full rollout expected to be complete by spring 2025. In addition to using less plastic for the cups themselves, Starbucks projects the new cups will save more than 13.5 million pounds of plastic going to landfills annually. It is projected to reduce emissions and conserve water in the production process, the chain said. Starbucks said it conducted tests with baristas and customers to ensure the changeover doesn't reduce the cup's sturdiness or ability to keep drinks cold. Slight design tweaks includes the addition of new accessibility features, including black and white fill lines that allows for contrast against light and dark-colored drinks. Another change is that tall, grande, and venti cups now use the same size lid. In the past, the tall cup used its own lid and grande and venti cups shared the same one. For employees, that will cut down on clutter and save time finding the correct lid. Starbucks also said that it added embossed letters on the bottom of the cup, so baristas can quickly confirm what size they're grabbing during a busy rush when all the cups are stacked upside down. Starbucks notes its largest Trenta size, which holds 31 ounces, will still use a different lid size. Sustainability struggles. Cups, and the waste they create, have long been a major issue for Starbucks. In January, the chain expanded the way customers can have their drinks filled with their own cups by adding option to drive-through and app orders. Other sustainable ideas Starbucks have tried included experimenting with a Borrow a Cup program, in which customers pay a deposit for a durable cup that they take with them and drop back off after use. In a test location in Seattle in 2021, customers paid a $1 deposit and had to return the recyclable cup to a smart bin located in the store to get their dollar back. The company has tested similar pilot programs in Japan, Singapore, and the United Kingdom. Still, these tests and changes aren't enough to solve the plastic crisis, according to Emma Priestland, Global Corporate Campaigns Coordinator for Break Free from Plastic. While the world urgently needs to cut plastic production for the sake of the climate, from the perspective of waste management and the amount of plastic pollution entering the environment, simply reducing the amount of plastic but keeping the same number of plastic items is a false solution, she told CNN. Priestland suggests that Starbucks develop reusable and returnable on-the-go cups to help them fully achieve their sustainability goals. Now back to the Coffee Time crew.
I'm a little concerned about reusable plastic cups, if you will. I mean, if it's my cup and I'm bringing it in and out, I guess that's one thing, but not something that, I pay a deposit on and then I drop it in the bin and then I got to worry about whether I mean, I'm quite sure there's good regulations involved as far as cleaning it, but at the same time, I don't know, just plastic. Uh, I don't know that you can get it as clean as you do, like with glass. You know what I mean? So,
Yes. And they do sell those them plastic cups, them the ones that you wash in your home and come with a straw and stuff like that. They have tried with that. Those durable plastic cups that they're talking about that you return to get your dollar back or for them to wash. I don't know how those would work. I never seen that program over here, but I do see their stand with all the different cups. They have some nice glass ones, some plastic ones with rhinestones and designs. I seen they look okay.
right. And that's not to say I don't appreciate their effort. They're definitely making an effort in trying to eliminate, some of the plastic in our landfills and stuff. But just like with anything else, Starbucks is just one company. There's just one particular type of product. There's a whole range of folks out there that's creating a whole range of different plastic products that are ending up in these landfills as well. So again, I appreciate the owners of Starbucks for taking that a step, but we need more than just them to step up.
Yes, that's true. We gotta consider other restaurants. Styrofoam cups are still being used. Um, yeah, it should be a big effort on that to start reducing the waste in our landfills and
Right.
reducing carbon footprint. Um, but it does take our government to put those guidelines in place, and sometimes they can't agree on something. You know.
I agree with you, man. I mean, that's government. They can't hardly agree on anything these days, but hopefully we can get some consensus on. I mean, again, and that's another big argument, like you say, with our government as far as what our sustainability is. Some folks believe in the greenhouse effect, and some don't. Some believe in climate change, some don't. So
Hmm.
all I can tell you in the 67 years that I've been alive, climate is real. It's definitely real. So
Yeah, climate
uh,
change it is real. Sometimes we have extreme heat, and then after we have extreme rain, even extreme freezing weather. A few years back in the east, on the east coast, and all that. Remember how the power went out, and they
yeah,
were caught in a blizzard and all that. Like it's real. It is becoming real, and we need to do something because they've been warning us since 2000, and now it's almost that little deadline. Almost what scientists are saying, it's over the hill.
I mean, we're as they say, we're fastly approaching, the no return point. If
Yes.
we don't do something in a hurry, we're just going to be, excuse my language, we're going to be screwed. So, on that note being said, Britt, we got any comments before we get out of here?
No, we do not have any comments, but I'd like to thank everybody for watching and donate again to You Cane Give, or you can purchase a cane, custom cane that's custom with a K.
Yeah, if you can help Jimmy out any way you can. And again, you go to youcangive.org or you can reach out to us at info@blindunited.org. Either way, and we can make sure you find where to give that cane up. Again, it's old cane, used cane, broken cane. Long as you got all the pieces cane, we'll make it a new cane and give it to some new folks that really, really, really need them. So Like Brittany said, I just want to echo her. We appreciate everybody for coming in and hanging out with us. My brother Pedro, you got anything in parting?
Thirsty Thursdays. Get your drink,
Thursday,
get your coffee,
Thursday.
get your Starbucks coffee in, or tea.
Or tea. Or how about that spicy lemonade?
Oh, hey, I just dropped one in Unseen Adventures 8 on YouTube, TikTok. Hey, it's actually good. I had the strawberry one, strawberry spicy lemonade.
What?
Okay.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah, they have a dragon fruit one too.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm not a Starbucks person, but I might take your endorsement and give it a try. Give it a try. So,
Yeah.
on that note, everybody. Oh, go ahead, Pedro. I'm sorry.
Well, I thought it was gonna be weird very fast, but it's actually good. This you have to try it out just to give it a try.
Right. So, I'll definitely do that. So, again, thank you everybody for hanging out with us today. We apologize for the technical difficulties yesterday, but it appears we got it all straightened out now. So, we will see you again tomorrow at 9 a.m. for another Coffee Time with Blind United. You guys have a great Thirsty Thursday. Join us at 5:30 tonight, and let's learn a little bit of Spanish, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day.